Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Claire and today we're gonna go through all of my product empties. I've accumulated these for a while and I was like, I think we just need to go through these. There's just so many things that I've used up, things I've really liked, things that I'm not sure I would buy again. And so let's just go through all of them. And as usual, I don't have any makeup on. This is just kind of how my skin looks. And I'm so excited because it's been so long since I filmed a video and I'm so excited to share all these products with you guys. Before we get started, my current skin type is in the normal to dry range. I am currently almost 6 months postpartum and I feel like my skin has kind of gotten like a lot more back to normal of where it should be. I feel like when I was pregnant, my skin was so dry and now it's kind of like recovered a little bit and I'm back on the opposite end of the spectrum and I kind of feel like going from really dehydrated and dry skin to now I'm like more normal to dry. I feel like it kind of took a little bit of an adjustment, but in that adjustment of trying to find new things that work for my skin, I feel like I've discovered some really amazing products. All of these things, all of the skincare that I'm showing is going to be Asian skincare, so primarily K-beauty or J-beauty. And I buy everything on YesStyle with my own money. And if you would like a discount code for YesStyle, you can use my discount code. I'll drop it on the screen. It's claire.shaykazi. And you can use it to save some money. The first two things that I really want to just shout out are these two products from APLB. These aren't actually technically meant for my baby and I did use them for my baby. This is like his skincare routine, but the reason I want to even mention this is because if you have really sensitive skin or your skin is currently going through something, I just feel like something that is like baby safe is actually what you want to be looking for calming things down. Or if you have a child of your own and you're just curious to see what is good skincare, this is what I recommend. This first one is the top to toe wash. This is basically like a shampoo and a body wash, like all in one. And I just feel like one, it makes it so simple just to have like one thing, because you know, like babies are unpredictable in the bath. And also I feel like this one is so gentle. He hasn't had any kind of issues with it, like any kind of like reaction, and it doesn't like sting his eyes like when we're like washing his face or anything. And so I really enjoy this one. I've gone through so many like bottles of these and I just feel like I cannot say enough good things about it. We've used them since day one and I noticeably can see the difference in his skin on the days where we don't give him a bath versus the days that we do. It just like his skin is so much better when we like do the whole bath routine, and this is what he uses. And this is the moisturizer that he uses. This is the ATO MLE cream, MLE skin barrier cream. So it comes in like a big tube like this, so it goes all the way through. This is the 100 milliliter, and I am a huge fan of this because one, I feel like it's like the perfect moisturizer texture where I'm just honestly kind of like, I would love to use something like this for an adult, because I love the moisturizers where they feel lightweight but not too light, but they still have like a little bit of like something to it, you know? And I just feel like that's like the perfect consistency for this one. It blends in so easily. I've also gone through several tubes of this one, and so I am a huge fan. This is the Rice Made Cleansing Lotion from Kikumasa. And then this one is the Essence Cleansing Water from Rice Active. So I am a big fan of cleansing waters because I feel like they're the perfect way to I feel like one, take off that first layer of whatever is on your face, like whether it's skincare, makeup, or like whatever, and then go in with like a deeper cleanser. I also feel like cleansing waters are really gentle for one, if you have like just like maybe like a reaction on your face, or two, if you prefer gentler cleansers because you have some more sensitive skin. I just feel like cleansers are so universal for every single skin type. I feel like everyone needs it. These are the two that I've kind of used up. I've really liked both of these. I feel like, in my personal opinion, this cleansing water was a little bit thicker. And so for me, I actually prefer that because on most of the days, I'm usually just wearing my skincare. I'm staying at home and I don't really do much. And so I don't actually feel like my skin needs that much cleansing. And so something a little bit, tiny bit of a thicker cleansing water like this, I feel like is actually really, really nice because I can just go in with just this and then my face will typically be fine. If I want to layer with other products, I feel like something lighter like this is going to be really nice. The good benefit of this one, this rice made cleansing lotion, is that it is just so massive. And I love that it has like a little pump situation because that's just makes everything so hygienic and so amazing. So two different kinds of cleansing waters that I've like kind of used, and I do like them both for different reasons. Also just keep in mind this is only 150 milliliters, and then this is like, yeah, this is like 500 milliliters. So you do kind of get more of a bang for your buck for this one. So out of these two that I've tried, I feel like the better deal is probably going to be this one, but I still really, really like this one. And if I had to repurchase, I probably would get this one for the reasons of how I do my cleansing every single day. We're just going to continue on with like these big massive bottles. This one took me so long to get through. So long. This is from Cezanne. This is the skin conditioner. This is 500 milliliters too. First of all, I love skin conditioners. I like skin conditioners for like the first thing I put on my face. After I'm like done cleansing, whether it's like daytime or nighttime. Daytime cleansing, by the way, I just like splash my face with water. But the first thing I put on my face after cleansing is always going to be a skin conditioner, and then I go on with like a prepping serum from Decorte. But skin conditioner to me is always going to be first because I just kind of feel like after your face is like so cleansed, I just kind of need something to kind of be like, hello. It's like a little like alarm clock for my face, as I like to think about it. And there's two skin conditioners that I feel like is talked about so much in Japanese skincare. I feel like this is one of them, the Cezanne one, and then the other one that I also have and really, really love is the Nature Hatamoji one. I also really love that one. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I cannot tell the difference between the two when I'm like going back and forth and using it, but I will say going from this one and then back to the Nature one, like I do see a slight difference. If I had to choose between the two, I think I would still choose that one, but I will say that going from using that one and then I use this one and then I use this for a while, I just kind of then feel like it kind of does the same thing. And so um I feel like it's kind of also personal preference, and I do also will say I think if I had a smaller bottle and that I was able to use up a lot more, I can probably tell more of a difference. But to me, when I use this much of a single product, as like the first step in my routine, I do kind of feel like it's like a little bit of the same. But if you want my opinion between this one and the Nature one, I would probably choose that one. But that doesn't mean this one's bad because I used the whole thing, and this is a lot, but I use it all and I really like it. Okay, we're gonna stay on the kind of toners situation. This is something from Decorte. This is the Decorte Micro Balm Lotion, which in Japanese skincare, lotion is like a toner. But then sometimes I've also, so it's very interesting. But then obviously like the cleansing water was also called a lotion. So I basically just say in Japanese skincare, the word lotion is used for quite a lot of things, but usually lotion just means toner. But anyways, this is the Moisture Replenishing Skin Protective Care. This is basically like a spray. They do have like a lotion, like an actual toner version of it, but I saved a little bit because as I usually try to do, so I can show you guys. Okay, that's like about all that I can get out of it. But the way that I love to use this is, and I've like noticed a significant difference in my skin when I've stopped doing this, is that I usually at nighttime, I'm a night shower person. So I usually at nighttime, I'll go take my shower, I'll do all of my cleansers and stuff in the shower, and then I come out, but you still have to like dry yourself off and then go and do my skincare. So in that process, even though I might get out of the shower and immediately do my skincare, there's still a bit of like a lag where my skin will feel like almost like a little bit dry. And so what I really like to do when I first step out of the shower immediately, this is like right next to my towel, I will basically spray this all over my face, and then I will towel myself dry and then go do my skincare, and I'll go in with like skin conditioners. And I feel like it's such a nice way of keeping my skin hydrated. And that's usually usually the primary way that I use like these like spray hydrators. Like I obviously will use them throughout the day when you're like out and when it's like really hot outside, like during the summers and stuff. But I feel like now that we're getting into winter time, maybe that's like not as like obvious of like a thing to be using. Like I still really like these for that specific purpose, to keep my skin hydrated. Also I guess like in the winter time it gets all, you know, it gets all cold and then your skin feels tight. So anyways, I just really recommend spray hydrator because I just feel like everyone needs them in their life, and that's my method of using them. You can kind of hopefully see after I just sprayed it on, I just feel like my skin just looks already a little bit more, you know, just dub. So highly recommend this one. Before we get into moisturizers and serums, we're going to wrap all of this up with another cleanser. This is the Senka Perfect Whip Beauty Foam. I actually did not finish this. My husband actually finished this. I did use some of it to try out. So I feel like Japanese cleansing foams are like truly like, if you have oily skin, you will love it. And I feel like the reason for that is because I do know that genetically a lot of East Asians are also prone to having oilier skin. And so it just has to do with like the different like skin layers and barriers that genetically East Asians are more prone to have. And so I definitely used to have oily skin when I was a teenager and like into my like early 20s before my skin started changing. But my husband uses this because his skin is definitely oilier than mine. And so he uses this and he really likes it. And I definitely feel like, at least for him, there is a difference in his skin texture and in his skin when he's using something that's like a little bit stronger of like a cleanser for him versus the more gentler ones that I would personally be using. And this one is going to be so good if you have oily skin. I really feel like this is gonna be like such a good cleanser because it's like a powerhouse. It's like the best way I can describe it. Some cleansers are just kind of gentle, you know, they just kind of like, you know, wash things like very surface level, you know, like the cleansers or like the Milky cleansers. No, this one like gets deep. And so even on some of the days where maybe I have like a lot of layers of makeup, I really just need like everything off my face, I will have like gone in with this to like really just like make sure I'm like, oh my gosh, like get everything off of my face. And then afterwards I'll like go in with some like maybe extra hydration, extra masks or something to rehydrate my face, because this is very powerful if you're going to be using this. But oily skin, you would absolutely love this. I have a whole bunch of serums behind me, so let's just go in with the moisturizers, some other moisturizers. First of all, this is the Nacific U Uyu cream. I wish I can pronounce this. This is the Jeju Milk Extract Moisturizing Cream. Okay, here's the thing about this. I basically almost finished it up, but the reason that I did not, but I still want to include this, is because this is going to be such a good moisturizer for the right type of face. And when I was pregnant, having really dry and dehydrated skin, my face would have loved this. Hope you guys can tell, but this is a very thick moisturizer. Even just like spreading this on my hand, I can just tell it creates such a thick layer of moisturizing. Like it's just like I can just feel this, you know. And that is the reason why I didn't use it up, is because for me, even though I have normal to dry skin where you might be like, oh well, this would be really nice like a night cream, I do like to layer a lot of different products. And so when I get to that final moisturizing step, I don't always want such a thick moisturizer even at night. And so for me, this was a little bit too thick because of all the extra steps I have in my skincare routine. If you're like a super minimalistic kind of skincare routine, you have dry skin, you have dehydrated skin of some kind, you want a really good nighttime mask, I really do recommend this one because I think it works really well. It didn't make me break out. It was just a little bit too thick for my skincare routine purposes. But I really enjoyed this one and I would recommend this one. I also have this moisturizer. This is the Maihada Rice Power number 11 moisturizer, and this is also one of like the Kosei brands, but you can see I finished everything. I really like this one, but it was a bit pricey, and so I didn't really love it for the price that I got it for, and I just kind of felt like it was honestly just like, it was just fine. And I use a lot of products where I'm just like, I will use it up if it's fine, if it's working, but I'm not gonna like really reach to repurchase it. And so this was like one of the few disappointments that I've did personally have, because I really love Decorte. And so Kose is like the same parent company. And so I felt like, oh, I would really like this one. But I just did not love this. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't like spectacular, especially also because it's rice. Anything with rice, I'm just like, I feel like I would love it. I just unfortunately did not love this one. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna be talking about serums. I have 9 serums. I don't know if earlier I said 8 and I miscounted, but I have 9 serums, and some of them I really like, some of them I didn't, some of them I just didn't understand. So let's just get into it. The first one I want to talk about is this Numbuzin serum. This is the number 4. This is I think the 73% collagen pudding serum. The thing with Numbuzin is that I feel like for a while it was so hyped all over social media. Like I feel like I was seeing like different content creators have collaborations with Numbuzin, or just like regular people talking about how much they really loved it. I don't know. I just feel like I saw it everywhere, but I tried it, most of it. I didn't end up finishing it because honestly, I just don't feel like it really worked for me. It didn't do anything bad. I just felt like I was just putting another layer on my face, but it didn't really like help me like plump up my skin. It didn't really like give me any extra hydration. I just kind of felt like felt like a very mid kind of serum. And I did not see anything spectacular about it. And I think for the hype, that's kind of what makes it disappointing, is that I just kind of feel like I was going in to expecting something so amazing, and I just did not get something amazing. I didn't get anything bad. I just didn't love it. So if you want my opinion, I feel like there's going to be better collagen serums out there. Affordable ones, more expensive ones. If you're looking for that, I just feel like there's so many more alternatives, especially if you're not a big retinol person, but you still kind of want some kind of anti-aging, and so you're looking for collagen. That is totally fair. I was on that train. I'm still on that train. I don't use any retinols or tretinoin or anything like that on my skin, so I get it, having a good collagen, but this is just not really it. This is another serum that I just didn't end up finishing because I was just like, I don't see much of a difference. This is the Slowpure Lifting Firm Serum. Again, lifting. I want, you want to lift, tighten, all of that good stuff. I just didn't feel like it did anything. Like, I feel like, once again, this was a serum that just kind of sat on my face and it looks cute, and it didn't give me any adverse reactions, but it didn't do much. And I feel like when it comes to serums that I don't really like, I feel like that's why I'm so critical on it. And I think that's why also sometimes I do enjoy trying serums in like smaller tubes to see if I really, really like it, because the ones that I really like, I can really tell a difference. But the ones that I don't like, I'm just like, I feel like I'm just smearing something on my face and I see no difference. And in fact, I feel like my skin is like taking steps back because I'm not using like the good stuff. I feel like with toners and cleansers and moisturizers, I feel like there's a lot of really good ones out there that are just like really amazing. But I feel like the serums do a lot of heavy lifting when it comes to like tackling specific skin concerns, and so you really need a good one. And this is, again, just not something that really worked really well. There are a couple of hydrating ones that I didn't really love. These are the 2 of them. Let's go in with this one first. This is the Skin&Lab Barrierderm Milky Serum. This is the Milk Ceramide Complex. I love a good ceramides, by the way. This is made with a milk ceramide complex, gently absorbed into the skin, cares for damaged skin barrier to keep sensitive skin looking healthy. That's basically exactly what ceramides do. It is something that's going to help rebuild your skin barrier. It's also going to add a lot of hydration back into your skin. Ceramides are an amazing alternative to hyaluronic acid if hyaluronic acid doesn't work for you, because hyaluronic acid pulls water from underneath and then kind of brings it up to the surface to like rehydrate you. And so sometimes that might work really well on specific skin types, but it doesn't really work well for a lot of people. Hyaluronic acid, to me, also, for example, works a lot better when paired with something like glycerin and ceramides. But to me, on its own, ceramides is like still really amazing. I just didn't really love this one because I felt like it was not really powerful enough. And that was kind of the same complaint I had about this one. This is the Nacific Uyu Cream Ampoule. This is a Jeju milk extract moisturizing serum. And I just assumed, because of the moisturizer of this that I thought was so thick. I felt like, oh, well, this is going to be a great serum then. I just feel like with both of these, I just felt like it was a thick serum, but it didn't really make my skin more hydrated and better hydrated. My favorite ceramide serum is actually the Ampoule and Ceramide serum. I've tried through so many. When it comes to like a thick ceramide serum, that is still my all-time favorite. I've tried so many. I really tried. I just do not like anything as much as I like that one. I just feel like these ones just didn't have the right consistency for me. And they didn't do as much for my skin as the Ampoule ones do. So these are not bad. I feel like the other ones, I feel like these collagen and lifting serums, I just didn't really like because I'm just like, it did absolutely nothing for my skin. I feel like with these two, it did help hydrate my skin, but I just feel like I've used better products. And so these were not my favorites specifically for that reason. The last product, this is not actually technically K-Beauty, but like I kind of just mention it because like a lot of people think it is. And I also just kind of wanted to retry it. Peach and Lily. Let's talk about Peach and Lily. This is a glass skin refining serum. First of all, when I started really getting into like Asian skincare, I feel like, you know, glass skin was like the first thing that I looked, that I learned about, and I kind of discovered basically glass skin just means that like you have minimal texture on your skin, you're really hydrated, your face is really plump and dewy, just like all of that stuff. To me, you get glass skin by doing a lot of different things. You do not have one singular serum that does everything for you. If you can somehow manage to create a serum that tries to do all those things at once, amazing. And I think that's what Peach and Lily tried to do with this one. Something that's going to help hydrate you, plump you up, remove any textures. But for me, this one just like, it was trying to do everything and it kind of just failed at each of the different things that it was trying to do. Like it wasn't hydrating enough, it wasn't plumping enough, it didn't actually help brighten anything enough. And so I just personally feel like if you actually truly want glass skin, you need to actually look at your skin type, your skin concerns. You need to build out a skincare routine with maybe some very specific products to help get you to that point. I just personally have not yet found that there is going to be one singular serum that does everything. And I think that's kind of what this product fails at for me, is that one, first of all, this was expensive compared to everything else. And for that alone, I would not recommend. But also two, I feel like it was just like you can't do everything all at once, and then you try to do everything and you just didn't actually end up managing to do one thing. So that's kind of my complaint about this, because also this one has peach extract, niacinamide, wild yam, madecassoside, peptides, hyaluronic acid. So it basically sounds really promising. I just didn't feel like it was strong enough to do everything it claims to do. We're gonna end this video talking about the last 4 serums that I actually did like, because I did really like these. Okay, we're gonna first go in with this one. This is by Arencia. First of all, Arencia is like my new favorite brand. I've been like seeing it talked about everywhere, and this is like not sponsored by them, but like I did start trying out all their stuff because like I started seeing some people like talk about it with like collaborations, and it was also like starting to be like recommended on YesStyle because of so many people reviewing. So I decided to try it. I was like, you know, they have like so many different kinds of cleansers, and that's really what they're known for. And I did try one cleanser, but for me, I was still really more on my serums kick, and so I really wanted a good serum. So this is kind of what I ended up trying to find. This is the Arencia Deep Water Surge Serum 30. This has hyaluronic acid, PDRN, and ceramides for hydration and smoothing. First of all, I loved it. I like used up every single last bit of it. Like sometimes I'm just like, oh, I'll like leave a little bit of it at the end to show you guys, but no, I just love this one so much. The thing with the serum is that it is a hyaluronic and ceramide serum, and so for me, hyaluronic acid works a lot better when it's paired with ceramide just on my skin. Hyaluronic acid on its own does not work very well for me. Paired together though, this one was such a lightweight, bouncy kind of a texture, and it layered so well with like everything else. I was just like, oh my gosh, I love this. Like sometimes like even if a serum or product is like really lightweight, sometimes it still might layer in really funny ways and kind of like affect like my oils or my moisturizers that I know I really like. But this one was just like this was just amazing. This was like lightweight, but like wow, it like I felt like my skin was hydrated. I was done using this and I'm like, I actually feel like I've like seen a difference. I needed to like go in with my like heavy duty ceramide serum because I was using something else for a while and I'm like, I do not like this at all. And so I really, really like this. This is 50 grams. So you do get a decent amount. I do feel like Arencia products are a little bit more expensive compared to some of the other typical K-beauty ones. But I do feel like you get a decent amount for what you're paying for. So I do personally feel like it's worth it. This one was really, really amazing. And I also really loved this one. This is the Rice Mucin Glow Serum, moisture-rich formula for bright and smooth skin. First of all, you guys know me now. I love rice. Rice and like a glowing kind of a thing, to me, it's just like, yes, that makes sense. Like, this is a product that makes sense because I specifically feel like rice is wonderful for doing exactly what it says. It does help smooth out your skin texture, but it also is amazing at brightening. And so it's not so much for hydration, but it's almost for like smoothing out your skin texture. And so to me, if you truly want glass skin, you need something like this where you have hydration and brightening and smoothing our skin texture. Like, this is kind of what will get you to glass skin, not like one singular product. If you can have a product that somehow manages to combine both of these, great. But I just personally feel like I've seen better results when you use, like, for example, like 2 serums like this to get to where you want to get to. And so I really enjoyed this one. Oh my gosh, if I had to like pick one of these, I'd probably pick this one just because I love rice. But this one to me was truly like a, yeah, my skin feels great. Like, it feels lifted, it feels bright, it feels amazing. Like, I love to use this one, and then one of my favorite lifting serums, lifting and collagen serums for some anti-aging, and it just like, I feel like that to me is like the perfect combination. And so I cannot say enough good things about this. I'm like really, really big fan. I actually ended up repurchasing and like buying more of these, but it's taking a while to ship with tariffs. And so I'm like, well, this is a good thing. It's going to teach me some self-control. And I tried to find these in some of like the Asian skincare stores, like in person, and I just haven't been able to find it, which is like such a shame because they always clear their cleansers. And their cleanser that I've been currently using is really amazing, but I feel like their serums deserve more love. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up with these other 2 serums. This one is the Kojic Acid Vitamin C Ampoule Serum. I really, really love this one. This one, to me, I really love is because of the kojic acid. Vitamin C by itself to me is a little bit drying on my skin, and it works for brightening, but then it just ended up drying my skin out too much where I'm just like, I don't really love this. The kojic acid though, for me, is wonderful. I really, really like APLB, and so I feel like all of their formulations are amazing. It was actually because of them that I first discovered that I really like hyaluronic acid and ceramides paired together into the same product, and it works really, really well for me. And I actually feel like, once again, these 2 products together, I feel like work really, really well. But if I had to pick, or these 2 ingredients, but if I had to pick one of these ingredients, I'd say the kojic acid is probably for me like the winner in this one. I just wish their products were like bigger. This is so tiny. This is 40 milliliters. Like, I need so much more. But brightening serums, this is my favorite. I've used a couple others and I just honestly am like not really as big of a fan. I feel like for true brightening, I'm like, this is really it, you know. The last serum that I need to talk about is this one. This is the Artichoke Intense Skin Barrier Ampoule. This ampoule, okay, I'm just gonna read it. This ampoule, used after toning, hydrates the skin by protecting moisturize and protecting the skin from environmental structures. This is from Access Y. The reason I love this one is because it's a skin barrier serum. So to me, this is very specific. On the times where I feel like I need more protection because my skin is just going through a lot, I feel like this is really what you want it for. Yes, it will give you great moisturizing benefits, and so that will ultimately also make your skin just look nicer. But to me, if you're really looking to fix your skin barrier, this is what you need to be looking for because this is so amazing. I feel like using this is truly kind of what helped repair my skin after pregnancy, because I feel like postpartum was extremely difficult for me, both mentally, physically, and just everything with it. And so this is kind of what I used to basically just like replenish myself. And this is my second bottle of this. I actually used the first one and I threw it away because I was like deep into like the midst of postpartum. I'm like, I'm just gonna toss this and not collect it because I will not be filming anytime soon. But I saved the second bottle for you guys because I'm like, this is so amazing. So I cannot say enough good things about this. I'm like so obsessed with it. If you need to care for your skin, if you need to care for your skin barrier, this is what you need. That is it for all of my product empties. I hope you guys found something that you feel like either was like, wow, I really want to try this, or oh, that's not gonna work for my skin type, or oh, I want to like try this in a different way. I have some other products that I feel like I just honestly dislike them so much. I just feel like I don't even want to bring that kind of negativity into this video where I might in the future, but I just feel like there were some that I really didn't like, but I think the majority of these products, I don't feel like they're products I hated. I just think that for some reason or another, maybe they didn't work for me. A good ton of them I really like, but maybe they're not gonna be holy grail. I think I truly found like a couple of holy grail serums that I really loved. And that to me is always a win. So that's kind of like my philosophy when it comes to trying out skincare. I think that a lot of the products in general are, you know, like gonna be good for somebody. They may just not always work for me at all times. So anyways, I hope you guys like this video. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. I am hopefully going to be back on making videos more consistently. I just feel like postpartum and trying to adjust to life with a baby now and also doing work is just a little bit crazy, but I'm really excited to get back into filming. And so hopefully you guys, this was kind of helpful to see all of the products I've been trying in the months that I've been away. So thanks for watching and I will see you guys next time. Bye.